of whether briefing is better or not better. But she does have an opinion on that, and we'll hear it. Let's continue. Quote from Anita Paul, "It's not the number of strokes that make the difference, in my opinion. It's the lack of hesitation and mastery of outlines that one learns that create gorgeous-looking captions." Well, we need to look at this sentence. It's not the number of strokes that make the difference, in my opinion. I disagree wholeheartedly with that. The more you brief, the faster you are, all other things being equal, period. And the faster you are, then the more accurate you're going to be at higher speeds, period. So continuing with her sentence, it's the lack of hesitation. Okay, I'm granting both sides lack of hesitation. I'm granting the writer-outer's lack of hesitation, and I'm granting the briefer's lack of hesitation, because those who brief with me and learn my system learn that you shouldn't hesitate. So that's something we both strive for. And mastery of outlines. Again, I grant both sides are trying to master their own theory. I think we should learn my theory or whatever short theory, master it, and so do the writer-outers. So both of us, we think that's important. But to throw out the number of strokes, I don't think so. You cannot. You write everything out, your top speed is limited, period. And I'll challenge anyone on that. I'll challenge anyone to pick out some sentence where I have a lot of briefs in it, or even any sentence, and let's see who can write it the quickest, you know? And to make it a fair test, you have to write significantly more strokes than I'm writing. So let's pick something where you have to write 10 strokes and I have to write 7, or you have to write 100 strokes and I have to write 85, and let's see. Let's try it. Go ahead. I guarantee you, automatically, the fewer strokes is superior, all other things being equal. And then she continues, that is absolutely first and foremost. Well, I don't know about first and foremost, but I would agree that hesitation and mastery of outlines is crucial. Oh, but I say briefing is crucial as well. So you need all of them. You need to write short if you want to really master shorthand. You need to not hesitate, and you need to master your outlines. I agree with all that. But what she is saying is, no, the only things that are crucial are mastering your outlines and lacking hesitation, cutting hesitation, and shortening your writing. No, it doesn't matter. I totally disagree. Okay, now back to the author. The author says, her statement comes from years of experience in seeing the notes and writings of thousands of reporters. Well, is that right? I guess is that she certainly has more years of experience than any seminar giver alive teaching seminars, including myself. But during those seminars, so because she sees notes and writings of thousands of reporters, that tells her that briefing doesn't matter? Well, apparently she hasn't run across 90%, if not 100%, of the people who win the NCRI real-time contest from 1999 till today. I won the first 4 of them, and let's see how many have there been from 1999 till today. There have been 99 to 2010. There have been 12. There have been 12. I won the first 4. Then the next 2 years I didn't compete. The 5th one was won by Dana Hayden. She writes short. The one after that was won by Carla Wolin Boyer, in which I didn't compete, and she has criticized stroke-intensive theories herself, so she's against them. So the first 7 champions of the NCRI real-time contest were won by short writers. Okay? And second place and third place, at least most of the 4 years that I won, were Ed Varallo and Carla Wolin Boyer. Ed Varallo is well known for writing short. He doesn't write as short as I do, but he writes very short. Look at his books. And Carla, again, she has gotten third and first in the real-time contest. So far, the first 7 years. Then I forget the next year. I believe the next year who won. I'm going to have to throw some out here, but Doug Zweizig won one. So that's the 8th. And I don't know how short he writes. I think I asked him, and he's kind of in the middle. I asked him, do you write short? Do you write everything out? Or you're in the middle? I think he's kind of in the middle. And, oh no, the one who won next was Laura Brewer. Laura Brewer writes short. And in fact, the year she won, before she won, she asked me to help train her for that contest. I did. I told her how to practice high speed and to shorten her writing. I assume she did both, and she got first, and I got second. The lady I trained beat me. So far, that gives us the first 7. The first 7 are short. Doug Zweizig might be in the middle. Then we have a two-time winner, Joanne Bryce. She writes fairly short, it's my understanding. Then Dee Baynow won the last time. She's a captioner. I believe she writes short. I'm not positive, but I believe she writes short. And we have another winner in there, another one to whom I got second, Louise Becker. Louise Becker is a captioner, and I believe she writes somewhat short. But you can't quote me on that. I'm not positive, but I think so. So I believe those are all the winners of the 12 years. I may be missing someone. There may be another one in there, and I hope that person will forgive me if I'm wrong. But that pretty much shows short writers are winning that contest. Now, there is not a contest of captioning. It's not, there isn't one. And so the captioners are out there. They may have a CRR or they may have an RMR, but there is not a test that shows how well they do in captioning other than the CRR, which is basic. It has been 180 words a minute literary, which is basic and not that fast. And so that's not a good test. So just because someone's a captioner, you don't know how good they are, believe me. And if you look at the captions that are coming out on some live TV today, that proves it. There are a lot of people out there that shouldn't be captioned. No, Candy Braxic did not win a real-time contest. To my knowledge, she has not done the real-time contest, but she is a 4-time winner of the speed contest. And now, let me continue. Again, I'll read this sentence again. Her statement, Anita Paul, comes from years of experience in seeing the notes and writings of thousands of reporters. Continuing. It was also borne out in an experiment I did to see how different captioners tackle the same text. Okay, now he's trying to get some evidence, and he said it was borne out. Okay, so he chose different captioners, which again, you can't tell how good they are just by choosing them. But for all I know, they may be great captioners. Who knows? I sent a segment of 150 words from a typical newscast to a group of captioners and cart providers. Cart providers as well. There is no required test for cart providers. There are cart providers who can't even write 160 words a minute who are out there, all the way to excellent cart providers who are among the best in the country. But just quoting them doesn't mean they're good, believe me. I sent a segment of 150 words from a typical newscast to a group of captioners and cart providers, folks very familiar with high speeds in situations out of their control. So you're saying that captioners and cart providers are folks very familiar with high speeds in situations out of their control. Well, if it's out of your control, I think you mean you can't say slow down. I think that's what you mean. You don't mean it's too fast.